Hi everyone, very good evening and welcome back to Geeks for Geeks practice. Please give me a +1 if my voice is clearly audible to everyone and everything is working fine. Then I'll start off with the problem as well. So please give me a +1 guys if everything is working fine and my voice is clearly audible to everyone, and I'll share my screen as well. Hi Rishit, hi Daisy, hi Rishit, and hi Naikaj as well. So guys, you can give me a +1 and hit the like button, and till then I'm sharing my screen so that we can start discussing the problem as well. Okay, so and let's see, let's remove all the code. All right, so Rishit is able to hear me. I hope that others are also clearly able to hear me. And today's problem is quite easy, as you can see, it states easy as well. So let's start off with this problem. Hi, Abhilash as well. Okay, so let's start with this problem now and see what the problem says. So if we will read this problem carefully, so it says that we have been given a binary matrix. Okay, so what is a binary matrix? A binary matrix is a matrix in which we have the values that is 0 and 1 only. All right, so if I'll remove this much part, so basically a binary matrix is what? A binary matrix is nothing but a binary matrix is a matrix in which values are only zeros and one in form of zeros and ones, right? After this, it says that it has r number of rows and c columns. Okay, so we are starting from the cell 0 comma 0 and we are moving in the right direction initially. Okay, so initially the problem says that if this is the grid that we are having, okay, so initially we are starting from the very first cell. Okay, initially where are we starting? Initially we are starting from the very first cell, that is nothing but this cell 0 comma 0. Okay, and initially we are moving in the rightward direction, so initially we are moving in this direction. Okay, is that clear? Initially we are moving in the rightward direction. Now what does this problem say further? It says that if the value at a particular matrix, okay, so basically we are starting from the cell, our starting index is I is equal to 0 and j is equal to 0. Okay, so we are starting from this very first cell. Okay, we are starting from this cell and initially we are moving in the right direction. Okay, now after that this problem says that if the value at a particular cell is 0, okay, if the value at a particular cell is 0, then we will keep on moving in the same direction. Okay, so let's say if we have a particular direction variable, so let's say we are at a particular cell and we have a particular direction. Okay, so if the value at that cell, if the value at a particular cell I comma j, okay, if it is 0, then we will keep on moving in the direction in which we were moving earlier. Okay, so there are basically four directions: up, down, right and left. If the value of a particular cell is 0, then I'll keep on moving in the direction in which I was moving already. Okay, if I was moving in the upward direction, then I'll keep on moving in the upward direction. If I was moving in the downward, then I'll keep on moving downward. If I was moving in the leftward direction, I'll keep on moving in the leftward direction. If I was moving in the upward direction, so I'll keep on moving in the upward direction. Is that clear? Please write +1 in the chat. Is everyone clear that when I'm moving, so I have to ultimately tell that, okay, what will be the last position? So we will discuss that also further. But basically, if the value at a particular cell is 0, so I will keep on moving in the direction in which I was moving. Otherwise, if the value of a particular cell is 1, na, if the value of the particular cell is 1, then I have to think about something, right? So if, let's say, if it happens that the value of a particular cell, let's say, is 1. Okay, so if the value of a particular cell is 1, then in that case, if my direction, right, if a value of a particular cell is 1, in that case, if it happens that my direction was up, if my direction was up, then it will change to right. Okay, so if my direction was up, so now I will change in the right direction. Okay, if my direction was, let's say, right, okay, if my direction was right, then I'll change in the downward direction. I'll change my direction to the downward direction in the matrix. If my direction was, let's say, down, then I'll move left. If my direction was down, then I'll start moving in the left direction. If my direction was, let's say, something like left, okay, in that case I'll start moving in the right direction, like upward direction. You can see here, in that case I'll move in the upward direction. Is that clear to everyone? This much point is clear. If the matrix value is 1, then I will change my direction. So if I was moving upwards, then I'll now move rightwards. If I was moving rightwards, then I'll move downwards. If I was moving downwards, then I'll move leftwards. If I was moving leftwards, then I'll move upwards. Till now, right? Now what does this problem say? So you have to find the index of the last cell when you will be forced to exit. Okay, so initially you're starting from 0 comma 0. So let's see this particular example. So if we will see this example, that is this grid. Okay, let's say this is the grid and this coordinate is 0. This is having value as 1. This cell is having value 1. This cell is having value 0. Okay, so initially I will start from this cell. Okay, so initially I will start from where? I'll start from 0 comma 0, right? So I'll say that, okay, my current x coordinate and y coordinate, let's say my current x coordinate is 0 and my current y coordinate is also 0. So I'll start from here. Then I will move in the rightward direction. Okay, initially I'll move in the rightward. So please write R in the chat, guys. Initially, the problem says that initially you have to move in the rightward direction. Okay, if you will see here, moving in the rightward direction. So initially we are moving in the rightward direction. So initially we will move like this. Okay, initially we will move here. All right. Now when I move here, so I see that okay, we are having 1. Okay, if we are having 1, then we will change our direction. Please write C in the chat. If we encounter a 1, then we will change our direction. And what direction will be now? If we were moving in the right direction, so now we will move in the downward direction. Okay, so in that case, now we will start moving down. So in that case, we will move down. And now this is the cell that I am at. Okay, this particular cell. Now what are the coordinates of this cell? So coordinate is nothing but x is equal to 1, and y is equal to what? Y is equal to 1 as well. Okay, for this particular cell. After this, if I encounter a 0, so I'll keep on moving in the direction in which I was moving. So see, I was right here, and after that my direction changed to down. If it is 0, then I'll keep the direction as the same. Then I'll again move down. Okay, so I'll again move down, and when I move down, so I fall out of the grid. Okay, please write out in the chat. Okay, please write out. Then after this, you can see that I fall out of the grid. And which was the last cell inside the grid at which I was at? I was at the cell 1, 1, you can say. Okay, so if you will see here for this case, so the final output is 1, 1. Please write 1, 1 in the chat. Is it clear to everyone? The last cell that I was inside this matrix was nothing but 1, 1 cell. After that, I move down and I fall out of the grid. Is that clear to everyone? So that is why you have to return the pair 1, 1. Is it clear? Please hit the like button, guys, if everyone is clear with this example. Is everyone clear with this example? If you are clear, then you can hit the like button, guys, and then I'll proceed further. Is it clear to everyone? Okay, so Rishit says clear. What about others? I think others must also be very much clear with this. Right. Now, after this, if you will look further for this particular example, so in this, it is like 0, 3 times 1 and 0. Okay. So let's say if we have this example and we have some cell which looks like what, 3 cross 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so if I have this particular grid, let's say if I have a grid like this, let's quickly draw it. And I have 5 columns, basically 2, 3, 4, this thing, and then I have 1, and another one is 2. Okay, so I'll have 0, 1, 1. Okay, 0, 1, 1, 1, and then 0. Then I have 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. If everyone is clear till now, you can hit the like button, guys. Then I'll have 1, 1, 1, and 0, 0. Okay, so initially my x coordinate will be what? Initially my x coordinate will be 0 and y coordinate will be 0. So I'm starting from here. Okay, I'm starting from here. Now initially I'm moving in the rightward direction. Okay, so initially I'm moving in the rightward direction. Now I reach this cell. Okay, so when I reach this cell, so I'll update my cell value as 0, 1, because now this cell is having value as 0, 1, right? Its coordinates are 0, 1. Then when I was moving in the right direction and I encounter 1, then I'll move in the downward direction. Okay, so as you can see, like if I'll move up, so you can see if I was moving in the right, now I'll move in the downward. So I'll move down. Now when I move down, so I see that okay, when I'm moving down, so I see that okay, this is 0. So if it is 0, so I'll store, now I'll reach this cell. When I reach this cell, so what are the coordinates of this cell? The coordinate of this cell is nothing but 1, 1, and then I will move down from here. Okay, so I'll move down. When I move down from here, then I go to this cell. When I go to this cell after moving down, so now when I am moving in the downward direction, okay, so current direction is what? Current direction is downwards. So I'm moving in the downwards direction and I encounter a cell which is having value as 1. So whenever I encounter the value 1, so I have to change. So if I was moving in the downward direction, so now I will move in the leftward direction. Okay, so in that case, now I'll also update the coordinate. So the coordinate will be 2, 1. Okay, and now I'll move in the leftward direction. So I'll move here. Okay, now I will move here. So now when I'm at this cell, so the coordinate of this cell is what? It is nothing but I think 2, 0, right? So I'll be at this cell. Okay, now I was moving in the leftward direction. Now I encounter 1, so I will have to change my direction. So if I was moving in the left, so now I'll move in the upward direction. Okay, so basically what will happen now, I will move up. So I'll move like this. So I'll move up. Then what will happen, I will reach this particular cell. Okay, so what happens the moment I will reach this particular cell, also when I'll be visiting, so I think I'll be marking them as 0, obviously. So when I'll reach this particular cell, so I was moving up, now I reach this cell. So this cell is what? I think it is 1, 0. After that, what will happen is if I was moving upwards, so now my direction will change in the right toward, I think, if I'm not wrong, let me see. So let's see this direction. Yeah, so I think this is the last cell, because when I was moving upwards, all right, after that, when I was moving upwards, okay, so when I was moving upwards, then after that, let's say if I'll move to the right, so basically I'll fall out of the grid. Is that clear? So this is the last cell, 2 comma 0. Sorry, 2 comma 0 is the last cell. So I'll not even go up. Are things clear, guys? Please tell me, or I should explain again. So just give me a second. I'll just change it. See, initially, if you will see here, let's start again with this particular test case here, and see what the problem has to say. See, if I was moving in the right to upward direction, okay, if the direction was up, then I will move in the rightward direction. Okay, if the direction was right, then I will move in the downward direction. If the direction was down, then I'll move in the leftward. If my direction was left, then it will change to upward. Okay, so basically I'll start from this cell. Okay, now when I start from this cell, so initially I'm moving in the rightward direction, so I will move at this cell. Okay, so I'll move at this cell. Now I'm moving in the rightward direction. Now my direction will change to downward direction, so I'll change here. Now I'll come here. Now after that, I'll move down. I'll keep on moving down, so I'll move to this cell. Now I encounter a cell with the value as 1, so my direction is D, so I'll move in the leftward direction, so I'll move here and I'll go to this cell. Okay, now when I go to this cell, so is there a 1 at this cell? I think yes, there is one, so we will leave the grid after visiting this cell 2 comma 0. Okay, so this is the last cell. After that, my direction was what? I'm moving in the leftward direction, and after leftward, if I will move upward, so this is the case. Is it clear? Answer is 2 comma 0. Yeah. So are things clear till now? I hope that this test case is pretty much clear, guys. Please hit the like button if you are clear. Clear till now? Please tell me. Okay. So basically what I have to do is, if I will start, so initially what I will say is, initially I'll say that, okay, my X is going to be what? 0. And my Y coordinate is also going to be 0, right? So in the second test case, we won't move up. I also think that we might move up, but not sure. Maybe I might be making some mistake. That is why it could be the case. I also thought that we will be moving in this direction, but I don't know why this is given as the answer. Maybe they might have written something wrong for this test case, or maybe I'm doing something wrong. Let's see, 0 1 1. Okay, 0 1 1 0, then 1 0. Okay, maybe in the simulation we cycle back. Okay, all right. So basically, see what will happen. I think so that will happen, right? So just a second, I'll explain it again. So this is 0, right? So see, basically I'll be here. Okay, so I'll be moving in the rightward direction initially, then I'll be here. Then I will do what? I will move in the downward direction. I'll change my direction down. Then from here I'll move down again, so I'll move here. Then after that I'll move to the left, so I'll move here. Then I have to move up, so I'll move up. Okay, so I'll move here. Then this is 1, so when I encounter 1, so I should move in the rightward direction, so I'll move here. Okay, then this is 0, so I'll keep on moving in the rightward direction, I think. So I will move here, then I'll come here. So I think that after the end of some simulations, I'll be at the end. Okay, so after that, what will happen? See, just a second, it's too much. Let's check that. I did a dry run, but I'm also confused with this. Just a second. Okay. So see, basically what will happen? I was here, then I move here, right direction, then here. Then after that, right converts to downward direction. Then I'll move here. So I'll move here, then I'll move here. So I'll move at the down direction like this, and then I encounter a 1. So I'll move to the left. So I'll move here. Then I have to move up. If I have moved left, so I'll move up like here. Then I encounter 1, so I have to move to the right, so I'll move here. Then I have to move to the right, so I'll move here. Now I was at right, now I encounter 1, so I have to move down, so I have to move down like this. Then I encounter 1, so if I encounter 1, then I have to move to the left like this. Then encounter 1, so if I encounter 1, then I have to move up. Okay, then if I encounter this, and then I have to move up. Then I encounter 1. Okay, so then I encounter 1, so I have to move where? If I encounter 1, Then I was moving up, so I'll move to the right side. So it's too much, I think, but at the end you will be standing there. Is that clear, uh, guys? Till now, I hope that it no once we visit a cell, one it becomes zero later on. Okay, okay. Let me see. Yeah, it will change to zero. Very sorry. It will change to zero. That's this part I have missed. Sorry. All right, I forgot this part. Yes, in the simulation. See, basically, if this is what this is 0 1, okay, this is 0, this is 1, okay. Now see, if I am at this cell, so I'll move right, so I'll move here. Then after that, I have to move down, so I'll move at this cell, okay. Now after that, I'll move again down. So what will happen, I'll keep on moving down, I'll move down to this cell. Now I'll move to the left, so I'll move at this cell, okay. Then after that, if was moving left, so I'll change my direction to up, so I'll move here, then this will get visited. And if I was moving up, so now I encounter 1, so I have to move to the right, so I'll move here, okay. Then I am here, then I'll move here, okay. Then I'll be here at this cell. When I'm at this particular cell, okay, so in this case I was moving in the right, now I have to move downwards, so I'll move here. Then I was moving downwards, then I have to move leftwards, and now all these cells are 0, okay. So these cells are 0, so then I'll come out of the grid like this. Is that clear? So this cell is 0, this cell is 0, so then I will come out, okay. Is that clear now, guys? This point is clear. Please write clear in the chat. I hope that this makes sense. I was forgetting that actually I was marking them, but I was not marking them as 0, so that is why I myself was forgetting it. Is that clear till now? Right, so that is how you are coming out. So what will you do in this case? First of all, so the very first thing that you will do is, like, you will have a pair of int comma int, right? Let's name it as answer. So you'll be having this answer that you will be storing in the direction, like this will be storing the final coordinates that you will be at, okay. Now after this final coordinates, after storing this final coordinates, this pair will store the final coordinates. So initially you'll pass that, okay, x is equal to 0, okay, and you'll store y is equal to 0 as well initially. Now once that is done, so you will move till which point? In till which point you will keep on moving in this grid, guys? Please tell me. See, one more thing what I can do here is, if you will see this particular thing, right, if you will see in this particular diagram now, like this particular distribution, okay. So initially I'm going to start from the right, okay. So if you will see here, initially I'm going to start from the right direction, okay. So initially I'm going to start from the right, okay. Then if I am at right, if I have to change the direction, then from right I have to go to the down direction, then from down to the left, then left to the up direction, okay. You can see here, like, if I'm at right, then I have to go down, then I'm at down, then I have to go left, then from left I have to go up, and then from up I have to go to the right direction, okay. So this is what I need to do, right? So initially I can say that, okay, I can mark them as variables, okay. I can mark them as variables. So what can I do for this? I can mark my direction initially. Let's say I can mark my initial direction right as 0, this as 1, this as 2, this as 3. Please give me a +1 if you are clear, okay. So I might take characters as well, but it will be easier for me if I take the direction as 0 1 2 3, okay. So initially I'm moving in the rightward direction, so I can mark my direction as, let's say, right, that is nothing but 0. Is that clear? So initially what I will do is I'll mark my direction as nothing but 0, okay. Now after this, let's mark my direction as 0. So I'll say that, okay, int my direction is nothing but, let's say, 0, okay. After this, what I will do, until when will you keep on iterating? Until you fall out of the grid, okay, until you fall out. So what I will say is that while my x is greater equal to 0, okay, and my x is lesser than n, and y is greater equal to 0, and y is lesser than m, until I'm not falling out of the grid. So let me change this as n and m, okay. So this is the number of rows and the columns. So while I'm inside this grid, till that point of time, I'll keep on iterating. Is that clear? Is that clear to everyone? Guys, please tell me and hit the like button if you're clear with this. I hope that everyone is clear till this point. Now, after this, what I will do is I'll store the current index that I'm at. Okay, so answer will store the current pair, that is I, let's say, x comma y. Okay, is that clear to everyone? Answer will store the current pair, that is x comma y. Right. After this, if you will see, so what will I do? Like, I have to change, right? So if it happens, right? Suppose that if it happens that I was, let's say that if it happens that by matrix of ij, like, sorry, xy, if the current cell that I am at, okay, if its value is 1, okay, then I have to change, okay, then I have to change some direction, okay. So we will write the logic for this, we will write the logic for this obviously, but let us say that if that is not so, then we will not change our direction, okay. If we will if I encounter a 1, okay, then I have to change my logic, I have to change my direction, okay. Let's say if that is not the case, then I will not change. So what I will do is, if let's say my direction was okay, so if let's say after coming out, so see, if my m is equal to 1, then I have to change my direction, okay. So let us say that if my direction was 0, okay, let's say that if I was moving in the rightward direction, okay, if let's say my direction was 0, okay, and I encounter a 1, okay, if the current matrix if the current xy cell is having a 1, then I have to change my direction. So what direction will I change to? I'll change to 1. Please write 1 in the chat. If I will see this diagram, so if I was moving in the right direction, okay, so now I will move in the down direction, okay. If I was moving in the right, so now I'll move in the down direction. So whenever I encounter 1, so I have to change in the direction. So if I was moving in the right, so now I have to move in the down. So what will I do? I'll update the direction with +1. Please write +1 in the chat, okay. I'll write +1, I'll update it with +1, right? Is that clear? So if the direction was 0, so now it might get updated to 1, okay. This is what will happen. Now similarly, okay, similarly, if you will observe, let's say that I was moving in the downward direction, okay. So let's say my direction was 0, okay. Let us say that originally I was moving downwards, and now I encounter 1, okay. So if I was originally moving let's say, let's mark this as 1, okay. Let's say I was moving in the downward direction. Now if I encounter 1, then I have to change. If I was moving down, then I have to now move to the left. If I was moving down, so now I have to move to the left. So in that case, again it will increase by 1. Please write +1. So again I have to increase it, and now this will change to 2, okay. This might change to 2, so this will be left, okay. But suppose that instead of this, if I was initially, my direction was, let's say, 2, okay. So initially, let's say I was moving in the leftward direction, and I encounter a cell which is having value 1. So again I have to change my direction. So if I was moving in the left direction, then I have to move up according to the given criteria. So if I was moving left, so I have to move up, so I have to increase again by 1. Please write +1 in the chat. So again I have to increase by 1, so I have to increase the direction by 1. So let us say that in this case it will increase to 3, okay. But let us say that if I was moving originally in the left upward direction, let's say the direction was 3. So if I was moving up, then what will happen? Then I encounter a cell with the value is 1. Then what should I do, guys? Please tell me. Then what should I do? Please hit the like button if you are clear till now, guys. What should I do in this case? If I was moving up and I get 1, then I should change my direction. From up, I should go to the right, okay. So it should change to what? This should change to 0, right? Now this should change to 0, okay. But if we will observe, let's say if I add 1 to it, okay, if I add 1 to it, then it will change to 1. It will change to what? It will change to 4, okay. But when this will change to 4, then I can take the modulo with 4 to keep it under control, so it will be 0. Is that clear? So ultimately what we are observing here is that for changing the direction, we can simply say that direction is equal to nothing but direction plus 1, okay. Whenever I get the value as 1 for this cell, so I'll change my direction, like I'll say that, okay, in that case the direction will get increased by 1, as we can see here, right? Because if we are moving in right, then we'll move down. If we were moving down, then we'll move left. If we were moving left, then we'll move up. If we were moving up, then we'll move right, okay. So basically it is always getting incremented by 1, okay. And whenever we had 3, so 3 plus 1 would be 4, but we can take the modulo with 4. So every time what we can do is overall we can take the modulo with 4, okay. And when we have visited a particular cell, so as you know that I made this mistake, that whenever you have visited a particular cell which is having value 1, then you'll mark it as 0. Please write 0 in the chat, okay. So this is how the direction will change, right? Now let's say if my direction is equal to 0, okay. So if my direction is 0, then I have to move in the rightward direction, okay. Then in that case I have to move in the right direction. So let me write it. If my direction is 0, then I have to move in the right direction, okay. So if I have to keep on moving in the rightward direction, then which pointer will I change, guys? Please tell me. If I am standing at x comma y cell, right? If let's say I'm standing at x comma y, if I have to move in the rightward direction, so let me write it properly. So or let's erase this part, that will be better, right? So see, if I was right, if I have to move in the rightward, if the direction is 0, then I have to move in the right direction, okay. If I have to move in the right direction, then in that case, if I am x comma y, so I have to move in the right. So basically y will increase by 1. So I will do y plus plus, okay. I'll increase my y. Suppose that if it happened that my direction, let's say else if it happened that my direction was equal to, let's say, 1. If my direction was 1, In that case, what will I do? If my direction was 1, then if I want to move in the downward direction, okay, direction 1 means what? If I want to move down, so if I want to move down, so x comma y is there, I want to move one row down, so that will be x plus 1 comma y. So x will increase by 1, so please write x plus plus in the chat. Okay, so I'll write x plus plus, right? Otherwise, let's say else if it happens that my direction was equal to 2. If my direction was 2, in that case, what will I do? If my direction is 2, then I'll move in the left direction. So in moving in the left, if I'm x comma y, so it will be now x comma y minus 1, right? So it will be nothing but y minus minus. Is that clear to everyone, guys? Else, else what I can say, like I can write it as else if also, like if my direction is 3, so this will mean that if I was moving in the direction 3, so direction 3 is nothing but this thing, upwards. So if I'm moving upwards, in that case I have to do x minus minus. Is that clear to everyone? And in the end, whichever direction is finally stored, I will just return that. Is that clear? So I'll just return the final points. Is it clear, guys? Please write +1 and hit the like button, guys. Is it clear to everyone? Please hit the like button if everyone is clear till this point. Is everyone clear till now? Please tell me, guys. Okay, so yeah, I've taken extra variable, right? Now I should write equal to. Okay, so let's see what happens. Am I missing any colon? Line number 40. Which error am I getting here? Okay, yeah, extra minus sign. Yeah, there is extra minus, correct. Now it should work fine. Let's see. It works on the samples. Let's try and submit it for all the other test cases as well. I hope this will get accepted. Okay, it gets accepted. So is this problem clear to everyone? Please hit the like button and give me a +1 in the chat. Is it clear to everyone? It was a quite easy problem, to be honest. Basically, I missed this part in the starting that whenever you visit a particular cell, then you have to mark it as 0. Okay. Is this problem clear? Please write clear in the chat, guys. Is this problem clear to everyone till now? Okay, so that is why initially you take the right direction as 0, D direction as 1, L direction as 2, and up direction as 3, and you always keep on taking the modulus as well. Is it clear? Is this problem clear to everyone? Okay. So please hit the like button, guys. If you are clear with this problem, so please make sure to hit the like button, okay? Please hit the like button and comment down understood as well. Okay. So Rishit is clear. I hope that other people are also clear. If you want, I can share the code link as well. Okay. Just give me a second. Let me open the GFG IDE. I'll share the problem link with all of you as well. That is not true. I think it will be linear because you are moving in some directions now. So ultimately, in just normal traversal, you'll come out of the this answer. Space complexity is order of 1. Yes, it is order of 1 only. Now let me share this thing. Okay. So I hope that everyone was clear for this problem. If you have any doubts, then you can tell me in the comments as well. But if you understood this problem, so make sure to hit the like button. It was quite easy. That is why I think that the attendance was pretty low today. Normally it's not that low. But thanks a lot, Rishit. Thanks a lot, everyone. And I'll see you in the next live. Till then, good night. Take care and keep coding, guys. Bye.